Hello everyone, welcome to Fablehaven Age of Wonders 4. It is time for the Giant Kings. First, thematic playthrough, I asked, you answered, and today we shall be playing as the Firelord, Ragnaros, one of the most iconic characters from the world of Warcraft. In fact, so iconic, they brought him back a second time. Only a few characters get that luxurious treatment. So, we are going to be playing on an alternative reality of Azeroth, based around the best timeline, classic WoW. Which does mean, I had a little bit of suspension of disbelief, but don't worry, I'll explain it all as we get into it. So we're going to be playing on continents, because it's the best realm type. Don't at me. And, there are a number of continents on Azeroth. I believe we know of 4. We'll be going with the Scorched Climate. So this is going to make the Desolate Provinces common on the Overworld, because Ragnaros' summoning was a cataclysmic event. This is before the time of Deathwing. He's not in the picture. And there'll be no inhabitant traits, no presence traits. I'm going to attempt to flex my WoW lore here. We're going to be playing with both of the new traits. So the Legends of Meridia will add in special fated regions that have their own quest chain, and I'm going to try and translate that into WoW terms. We'll see. There's one, I believe there are 3 of these. One of them would be very appropriate, but we'll see if we get lucky and roll the 33%. Knowing me, we won't. This realm has a wondrous past. Let's see, what else shall we add? I like that there are 8 of them now, although I won't be using all of them. We will add the Crystal Dwelling. There is a lore reason for a creature like the Crystal Dwelling to exist, and they got buffed in the Ogre Update 1.1, so we'll see if we can still fight them. Now, of course, Ragnaros would slaughter them. Is that the wise thing to do? Probably not. Is it what I'm going to do? Yes. And we are in the War of the Elements, which means all of the elements are riled up and fighting and brawling, so we will go with Unbound Tomes. I believe I only used this once before. The affinities blur and blend on this realm, allowing access to tomes otherwise restricted. Now, I did have a build in mind that would, could follow the normal mechanics, but this will allow me to do something that I kind of really want to do. And that, well, is to make some battle mages. That's a pretty good picture. This is also kind of okay. Now, there are dragons in Azeroth, the main keepers of the realm, if you will, the aspects, but they're not in this this reality. To be fair, they weren't really explored in the original classic WoW, so do we care about any other thing here? No. We'll put it on a high intensity and just let it happen. We, of course, will be playing on a brutal difficulty, and I'm going to do something I haven't done yet. This is a new mechanic, high happening intensity. This is the form filtering. This will allow us to remove any form from showing up in the, RNG generation of stuff. And I'm going to remove any form that was not on Azeroth. Now, going down this list, there were simians in Azeroth. They were on Pandaria, but they were not in Classic WoW, so we'll click them off. No Ogrekin. Insectoids were there. Cyrons, kind of. Goatkin. The only goat in the World of Warcraft is the Draenei, the space goats, who aren't actually goats. Lupine, the Volpara, not in Classic, though. Avian, the Arakoa, they are in Draenor. Lizard folk, kind of, we'll leave it. Orcs, dwarfs, halflings, these are gnomes. Goblins, felines, no cats. Rats, no Ratunga. Toads. I suppose those could be like Murlocs. And Molken. There are no Molken in the World of Warcraft, but this is an alternative reality. There has to be at least one. After the game flow, we will allow everything. We'll go for a slow score victory, so turn 200. We will turn... we can leave allied victory on, who cares? It's fine. Ragnaros isn't really getting along with people. Alright, and that will be the settings. Looks good to me. So allow me to create Ragnaros. So, Ragnaros was the elemental lord of fire. However, in Azeroth, when he was summoned by the Dark Iron Dwarves, and he enslaved them. In this reality, he still does that. Why not? However, we'll give them a little bit of freedom. I think we shall. Do I dare do Desolate Adaptation as well? We'll go with Underground Adaptation. Now, being in desolate terrain will give me a whole bunch of advantages because of the Fire Giant King. But pretty much all of our opponents have a means of terraforming. I made sure they all had one. So they can kind of mold the realm to their liking. Now, the Dark Iron Dwarves were actually renowned for their magical capabilities. We're going to go with Arcane Focus, and I'm going to give them the max magic stuff. So Arcane Focus and the ability to see. Where is that? Keen Sighting. There we go. Additional accuracy on physical range and magical attacks. We do have a physical range unit. However, we'll be playing as the Feudal Aristocracy, which means our Tier 3 unit is not a Super Archer. It is the Liege Guard, who is incredibly powerful. This is a dual nature culture.
What defines their society?
And for our societal traits, we have to start with a new one. At the very least, Subterranean Society. This will give underground passages +2 Imperium income when they are in our domain. Underground cities gain 20% food income. Excavation of underground provinces has a chance of uncovering an additional resource node, and we begin with excavation. And from here, I think we're going to be not boring, but we're going to go Ruthless Raiders. The Dark Iron Dwarves under the control of Ragnaros were all about the fighting. To be fair, they were about fighting before, but seems good to me. We could go Science of Evil. Do we want to do that instead? We don't have to keep affinities in mind with the Unbound Tomes. Maybe we go Science of Evil. Yeah, let's do it. I haven't played a Science of Evil playthrough in a while.
First tome of magic.
Now, of course, with the Firelord Ragnaros as our Lord and Liege, we have to go for Tome of Pyromancy. The late game Chaos Tomes got some changes, so I'm very excited to see how this all pans out. And we are, of course, it's like, are we playing a champion? No, we're playing a Fire Giant King. So our capital city will start with the Item Forge. We have the Summon Lava Runesteel spell. We can build farms on Ashlands. Provinces with lava or lava chasms provide +2 production and do not apply the extra city stability penalty normally found within these, which is -20 total. Giant Kings are Giant King Governors and Giant Kings with a 5 mana unit upkeep and cannot equip mount units.
Reveal yourself.
So, oh, that looks pretty cool. The Elemental Lords, none of them had legs. Except for Ragnaros, when he came back for round 2, he had a leg. But give me a moment to see what I can work with here. Alrighty, here is my Ragnaros. I basically just chose anything that looked like it was involved in fire elements. The Flaming Beard is a nice touch. But, yeah, overall, we're just going to have to believe that this is as close as I can get, because I think it is. It was literally flaming lava with like a swirling tornado as the bottom half. It was really cool. I'm sure I put it on screen. Future Fabe. As for our culture, these are the Dark Iron Dwarves. And they're actually kind of relatively lore accurate, except their mounts, of course, are rams. There's like the regular dwarves, but there are no such thing for us, so we'll go with this Jaguar thing, because it's cool, and I'm sure they could maneuver mountains if they really felt like it. We have a Warhammer, and we are a Spell Blade, because we're just going to be dropping fire. And the Warhammer is incredible, but Ragnaros had his own Warhammer called Soul.
Your journey begins.
Why do I want to say Sulfuron? Sulfuros, the Hand of Ragnaros. I think that's what it was called. So we are, of course, Firelord Ragnaros. There's no last name. We lead the Dark Iron Dwarves. And our throne city is the Molten Core. When Ragnaros was summoned, he was weakened, because he really wasn't supposed to be summoned, and he hung out in the Molten Core for like 100, like almost 1,000 years, I think, before we were sent to kill him. He was summoned during the War of Three Hammers, which, like I said, it was like, they don't have an exact time, but it's like 500, 600 years before the opening of the Dark Portal. As for what our ambition's going to be, that's like going classroom. Probably like conquering, right? Maybe duelist? If I go duelist, my damage is going to be insane. Which I'm a part of. Ragnaros was down to fight. He fought Everybody. No questions asked. Yeah, we don't need this aggressive tactician thing. As for our personality, well, it's irrelevant, but we'll go militant warlord probably. I have big things planned to make battle mages happen, and I will see you in the realm of Azeroth. Welcome to the Desolation of Azeroth. And I'd just like to really quick correct something I said. Apparently the timeline was 250 years before the opening of the Dark Portal. So there was a timeline, I just didn't know about it. I like how I went from 1,000 to 500 to 250. Just keep cutting it in half until we get there. We start with Call Militia and Ignite. Call Militia is very important for the aristocracy because, as the aristocracy, we have houses. Now, this is actually kind of perfect for the Dark Iron Dwarves, or what I'm scheming here, because there were 7 dwarves who aided Sorcerer Thane Thorison in the summoning of Ragnaros. So I have a lot of house names, which is perfection. So the way the houses work is units belonging to a feudal house gain power from their liege lord's renown and presence on the battlefield. So it's kind of important I picked a renown trait that, we can level up. And I believe it's in combat. I'll read the text here. So we have the Bannerman. Wow, easy starting settings is nice, isn't it? This is our support unit. The tier 2 support unit is the same as the Monarchy variant. The single target heal, all well and good. Where is this? Yes, it's War Banner, of course. Do I have to look at you? The Liege Lord. This hero is the Liege Lord of their house, granting them and house units in their army minus 10% unit upkeep and heal plus 5 hit points per world map turn. In battle, they and all units of their house gain plus 10 hit points and plus 5 morale. This bonus increases as we gain renown. So to benefit from the unit upkeep reduction, they have to be in our stack and the bonus healing. But in combat, anybody of our house will gain bonus HP and bonus morale. It is very, very powerful. Probably the most powerful thing about the new subcultures. We have the tier 1 defender. This is the same as the Monarchy, except he is an aspirant Liege Guard. So once he reaches legendary rank, he will turn into a Liege Guard. We got 3 of them, I think, because of the Scions of Evil starting trait. And we have our Archer. This is the same as Monarchy, except it will not evolve. So this is what we're working with. However, we're not really going into Archers in this build. We are going into Battle Mages. Good fun, good fun. We'll start with the Hunting Grounds. The House Hunting Grounds is our unique building for the aristocracy. And the whole idea behind this is you can build this up. This is your food building that gets initial draft. The whole point is you can build this early so your city can grow, and you get additional drafts so you can pump out units that belong to the Liege Lord. Because we have a full stack, I think we'll get some scouts out and see where we are on the map. View where we are in the worlds. We are in the bottom corner. I swear to the Dark Gods, if I am in the bottom left corner again and did not get a way up, somebody is going to suffer. In fact, it might even be re-roll worthy. It looks like there's a way up there. Unfortunately, I can't expend here. Okay, we'll have to do some working with this. Now, summoning the Magma Spirits is actually super appropriate, but we're going to start with the Pyromancer, I think. I want all of this. We'll start with the Magma Spirit. It was kind of difficult to make the cultures for Ragnaros and his kin. I'll leave it there so it's a surprise. Because their primary units were the elements they ruled over. Hey, look, a Tide Spirit. That's so funny. Well, we'll be using this little guy here. See if we can bonk real good. Bah, a child of Neptulon has perished. So be it. That, however, that we'll go fix. Aren't we amazing? So, for the Liege, giving us a whole bunch of boons, we have Hurl Flame, which deals damage to target and then sets it on fire. ideally. We'll back up our king with our forces. Kind of unfortunate you can't get to the king, but that's alright. And by king, I mean liege lord. Same thing, eh? Alright. Let's get to work. Hey, they turned me around, then turned me around again. You have ceaseless cacophony. That means you are... How dare you? Death! So the Warhammer gives a 1 hex cone sweeping attack that repeats. So we have this, and this will of course get better as we get going. In fact, I think it's time we ignite. If I had burning blades, this would be a lot better. I could stay here to provide defense for Ragnaros, for our Firelord. Oh look, I'm gonna lose a defender too. Darn. I couldn't quite do better. I tried. Surely you will have mercy, my lord. There is no mercy. 50-50, we miss. And this is why we're not doing an archer build. We'll go here. Very low damage start, but that's okay. I hope we don't come across too many flaming units, or fire-based units. That's going to be the source of our damage for a while. Alas, we lost a defender. A valiant. Is this a way up too? Okay. As long as I have a way up, I'm not that upset. Pump you out. We'll get a second archer. Boost that. What else shall we boost? We'll get a hunting ground. Get our growth working. We rolled double things here because of our underground society. That is not a way up. But Ragnaros. Let's level it up. And of course, we're going to go Fire Evoker. But I think I know this is going to be kind of redundant, team. But I think we just go big Fireball. It's kind of perfection. I guess we can use this on you for now. Armor of the Grove is weird on Ragnaros, because if he had the choice, when he has the choice, we'll burn down the Grove. In fact, I'm going to force expand here. You want a farm, or do you want a log? You want a forester, yeah. We'll put this here for now. And eventually it shall be replaced. Okay, we're going to go bonk this, and then we're going to go take out the infestation. Someone left a comment on the Blint video explaining that because I turned off infestations, basically, that was why I had so little XP. I felt like I did. Which could be a good point. I didn't think about that. Now, there is an argument. Is that not a way up? Oh, I hope it is. If I don't have a way up in this, I will reroll the realm. Tell me I won't. Big boom. I'm going to grab an archer. We can even go over this little level up thing. We'll leave that for our first hero. Boosts. Do I want a 4th scout? You know what? I will. I think I will. Everyone got a level. Fantastic. And we have our first rune. I think we're going to go for the critical rune. And we'll go for Stirring Strengths, of course. Do I want to summon a Fire Sword? No, I want to throw more fire. We are very singularly minded. The duelist dance. We can ignore zone of control and prevents me from being flanked. Alright, seems good. Please be a way up. Where's the way up? Team? Where is my super suit? Usually these roads lead to a way up. Okay, there is a way up. Within... I think it's within range. I realize I don't sound confident. That's because I don't feel confident. Alright. Try. Brigand camp, we're gonna bonk. We shall summon the rune steel. That'll give us additional production. I mean, presumably. And we shall call forth. I probably shouldn't do that. That requires mana to upkeep. Well done, well done. The Pegasus mount. We'll auto this. No losses. Fantastic. I wish I could expand onto this tile. Oh, we found another infestation. Okay. Pop up farm down here. Oh, I can move this way. Nice. So we'll go knock it. Make sure we farm ourselves up well. Once we've finished digging, I think we'll auto explore. Maybe I should leave this to my second hero, but it's fine. We'll take care of it. Money! Do I dare? This isn't boosted, so it's going to cost me full... Nah, we'll take a shrine. I paid full price for that shrine. Alright. Full price, but it was instant. That fixes our mana situation, kind of. Once we summon this magma spirit, of course, it's gonna unfix it. Suppose we go deal with this. Alright, we'll have this scout continue to explore. We have met the nefarious Abbeyvale. Duke Lucas Goodwine of the Free City Abbeyvale greets you with a wily smile. Salutations, Firelord Ragnaros. Your reputation precedes you. It pleases us to meet a Firelord who shares our convictions. Nevertheless, we ask you to respect Abbeyvale's independence. Are you worthy of such things? What are the chances he expands onto my only way up? A storm scale serpent. Nice. How many province tiles away are you? So 1, 2, 3. That's doable. I think. I think it's doable. Alright, we're going to have you go up and explore. That's probably one too many scouts, but that's enough for us right now. We even take another archer. Why not? Why not? Will I have the economy to support a bunch of magma elementals? I'm not sure. Lucas Goodwine appears before you. You're concerned about the defenses of Abbeyvale. Firelord Ragnaros. I have long been impressed by your feats of construction and humbly ask for your help. My building plans have seen some delays, and now Abbeyvale's defenses are falling behind. With rising tensions in the realm, I fear my city may not withstand a siege for such a thing to happen. Please share some of your architectural wisdom with me so that I can protect my citizens. You admit your weakness, a foolish mistake. Rally the troops. Like I said, Ragnaros enslaved the Dark Iron Dwarves. What makes you think you can just admit your weakness? We have 12 turns to get over there. So yeah, we'll leave this one for... We'll leave all this stuff for our second hero, who hopefully will have a sizable army. This is probably not worth taking, though. See, he's gonna... What a spawn. He needs this to get up because he's stuck. He can't get this. This is uninhabitable, and this will be uninhabitable as well. So where is he supposed to go? Nowhere. I suppose I could take him and release him as a vassal. Okay. We have a wonder right here, which is very nice. I'll let you auto-explore. Molten core is produced at Stonemason. Fantastic. We can expand. This will give us production. A second farm would be good. Alrighty. Gives us the market for more money. And Ragnaros. Okay, infestations have given us a lot of XP. Respect. Good call. I ready to summon our first Magma Spirit. I think we're going to hold this, though. Because, it's going to take time to have the mana to support that. It can sometimes be incredibly beneficial to have, like, a mana cost on a unit. Because it's not costing gold. You're splitting your upkeep costs, but sometimes it can be also not ideal. Is this habitable? Nice. Okay, it can expand this way. Fantastic. I'm learning all the new rules as well. Magistrate Mul Aria of the Free City Brilliantium greets you with hostility. We, deep guardians of Brilliantium, will fight for our freedom and stand against anyone who threatens our free city, even when they are led by a Firelord like you. The blood of invaders, thieves, and spies will nourish the fields. You may notice something. Ooh. Hello. One of the 3 new Primordial units, the Primordial Bloodback. This guy is a monster. I'm not going to be able to take that for a while. You may have noticed who owns the city. We're going to ignore it for a while. Don't you worry your pretty little head about it. Alright. Call Militia is ready. So we're going to have... These are the Tier 1 polearms. They replaced the Peasants. And they're going to vibe. Is there no one here? Yeah, minus 25 defense is literally... Tier 1 cities have no defense. Is what that means. Attack! Attack! Really? Fine. I mean, the militia are here to suffer, so... Quite literally what they're here for. Did I misstep? Nope, we're good. Is this a faded region right next to me? It might be a handcrafted region. Didn't I have an auto-explore character up there? Oh, look, a lesser magma spirit. And I'm back to bleeding. Well, I'm not bleeding yet, but our mana is very low. That's why I didn't want to summon him. Searing Blades is in. Let's grab our Pyromancer. Our first Battle Mage. This is also gonna... This will make me bleed mana now. No Pride of Them skills available. We will go ahead and grab the Watering. The Watering? I think I am going to build the Mana Obelisk. And I'm going to build a Conduit here. And then we'll go up to Tier 2, which will allow us to build our Pyromancers. There's a lot going on down here. We have a Wonder. We have an Infestation of some kind. And we have met our first opponent. Hail, Firelord Ragnaros, Allow me to introduce myself. I am Warchief of the Horde, Thrall. Many Gaudia make war. I aim to make peace. Fun fact, Thrall and Ragnaros are both voice acted by Chris Metzen. In the original version. So Thrall leads the Horde. They are our primal representative. They are Inner's Fire, strong and hardy. Primal Ash Sabertooth, Fabled Hunters, and Adept Settlers. I didn't write the story of why they're Ash Sabertooths here, but we'll do the story first. Thrall, like all orcs, comes from the shattered world of Draenor. Thanks to the prophecy of the guardian Medivh, he was able to lead his people across the Great Sea to Kalimdor. After uniting friends old and new, aiding in the Battle of Mount Hyjal, and destroying the Admiral of Kultiras, Thrall was finally able to settle this foreign land, creating Orgrimmar and forging a new horde. His new horde, made up of orcs, trolls, and tauren, sought peace and coexistence. But Thrall, the greatest living Farseer on Azeroth, knew that peace could never be obtained so long as the elemental lords roamed the physical plane. In the ongoing war of the elements, the young horde must fight for its own survival. So the orcs of the horde, well, basically everyone in the horde can be shamans. And so I figured in order to adapt to a desolate world, they would kind of tap into the shamanic desolate stuff, which the closest thing we can represent that with is the Ash Sabertooth. Otherwise, they're going to be barbarians, but I had other plans for the barbarian. He is a preserving diplomat, a peacekeeping ruler who believes in good relations. That's actually very true. He likes empires with good relations of free cities. He likes empires that do not start wars, so he's not going to like us. He dislikes empires with a smaller domain, and he dislikes empires that break treaties. His strategy is to make alliances, to never break treaties, to explore, and to expand. He is presently indifferent to us, but I have a feeling he won't be for long. Wow, there are so much eyes over here. Okay. That's alarmingly close to my domain. Good, sir. And madam. That joke actually comes from World of Warcraft. The good old tortoises. Okay, so it's just a handcrafted region here. Put you on auto as well. The militia can follow us. Steering Blaze is ready. We'll go ahead and pop this. Our polearm, shock, shield, fighter, and skirmishers will do +4 fire damage, -2 physical, and deal +20% additional damage against targets that are burning. Hopefully, we'll be setting a lot of targets on fire. Hopefully. Having only one way up here really blows. It's hard to explain how much it blows. That's okay. Burning immunity, frozen immunity, +4 fire resist, and greater fire shield. What's our current chest piece? It's the Grove. I suppose we can save that. Oh yeah, I'll take +1 defense. Thank you. Wow, this is a huge battle. A risky battle. Unless I go this way. Still risky, but less risky. See what the auto does. The auto only loses defender. Let's see if we can do better. Again, we want to try and keep these defenders alive as best we can so they can transform into Liege Guard. Of course, as these are the tier 3 units, we can just make Liege Guard when the time comes, but if we can do it this way, I'd like to. Suppose we'll heal this pathetic archer. I hope you enjoy seeing the archers because we're not going to be seeing them for long. I'm infected. Well, that just won't do. This annoying rock. You're lucky. All right. So we will position ourselves like so. Suppose we'll do this one first. Make sure we are doing great. Just drop the ignite on her. Can this guy reach you? No. But we can do it this way. These are just skeletons. I'm not that bothered by skeletons. There's a way out here. I didn't see that. And she's going to second wind herself. Are we going to be okay? I hope so. I'm perfectly okay losing a militiaman. In fact, you could even say it's kind of like tradition. We're in range for the sulfurous smash. That is also one of Ragnaros' heroic abilities in Heroes of the Storm. He is a very powerful brawler in that game. The MOBA that Blizzard gave up on. Every time I mention it, someone in the comments is like, "Oh, I still play that game." Good on you. Good on you. I still loosely keep up with it. It actually got a patch. I don't remember when, like semi-recently? Which is funny. I really enjoyed that game. Back when it first came out, I was invited to the alpha. I had a little A symbol on my Battle.net account that I totally don't remember how to log into. Alright, well, good fun. We have slain the primary resisting forces of our free city that was foolish to oppose us. A hearty helm. Nice. That's better than the other thing we have. A hearty helm. Now, we could do damage. Ooh, let's go quick phase. What's worse than a giant king? A teleporting giant king. I think we'll make one more defender. Massive, though. You were a fool to oppose me. A fool indeed. Perhaps I shall raise you back. Oh, nice focus crystal. I think we will take this city, because that way I can control where it expands. Firelord, we must converse. Why are you not grey? A grave chancellor approaches you. While your armies fight in the faraway lands, but defends your people. I'll tell you what, the chancellor continues. Walls as high as mountains, as thick as the trunks of ageless oaks. If we are to prosper, we must build, build, build. The chancellor dispenses his industrious propaganda with fervent consumption. He wipes his chin dry. Oh, we build recruitment halls, granaries, anything that helps us win the war. Sturdy empires are built with mighty blocks of stone, my Firelord. Build more quarries. Sure. As a giant king, I don't mind. I don't mind at all. You know what I do mind? Not having this. I have this out on 450 knowledge. Guess I don't have it. Are we gonna do hero? Let's see, who did I put? I slot... Ooh, did we bring in Shex here? So I slotted in characters that... Oh, I missed you. Have a somewhat relation to the World of Warcraft, except, of course, the Undermountain. But, Jaina. Did I have Spalders on you? I thought I did. Oh, I have the half Spalder, that's right. Jaina Proudmoore, Shekzir, who, not yet. And then, of course, the Underlich is based off of Arthas. These are just skeletons. We can knock them out. Supposedly, it's a risky battle. No losses, though. We'll take it. We got a helm that looks disgusting. And a frugal eyeball. Ooh, nice. And then the bone wyvern mount. And breath-stealing oil. Nice. So, fun fact, the various means of reducing unit upkeep stacks with the Liege Lord. So we can make our stacks very, very inexpensive. And 'tis in fact the plan. So Thrall is getting a little close for my liking. We might have to go bonk the Horde. We might have to. Ooh, a Litharine Crystal. That was terrifying. I will move over here so we can get ready to siege this next turn. It should be like a one and done. We'll build the tavern. So, heroes. Again, we want these to be... Oh, I don't remember. So the 7 dwarves that aided... I suppose we should recruit Thorison first. Probably. Challenger. That's kind of tough to pull off. Fearmonger is not impossible. Unstoppable leader. Juggernaut. I might wait a turn. I captured somebody. You are also a Spellblade. Recruiting Governor. I like that. Can't I can like convert him, right? And he's a duelist? We might be converting you. This could be, well, this could be Thorison, though. Trainer? Wait, so she wants an army full of legendary rank units, and then she then gives bonus experience. So she wants to be switched out once we get to that point. Alright, we'll see what we can do. Maybe we'll resurrect them. Who knows? Thrall wants me to destroy this camp. Okay. I'm amazed Thrall isn't killing it himself, but I'm gonna kill it eventually. If I can get money out of it, I will. Tell me I won't. I almost don't want to take over this free city because this is terrifying. Okay. It looks like this has been cleared out. This would be a great spot for a city, actually. Especially if there's a way up. This might be city spot, team. We'll get another hero and come plop it down. Or, you know, we'll let our hero come plop it down. You there? Put you here. A risky battle. See the A does. So sieges have been changed a little bit. And we don't really get to see it here because we just walk right in. But this siege map, this little battle here, or siege battle map, this map, you'll appear on this map even if the enemy comes out against you. So no more like sallying out and then ignoring the siege defense and the siege projects. Which I actually think is kind of cool. I'll make sure this guy's full health. On top of that, if you have siege a city, the people inside cannot leave. I have been infected. I hate to say it. So we are definitely going to swing these guys into oblivion. I blinded them on the swing, so that's so good. I blinded them on the swing, so they weren't able to retaliate. That's so funny. I didn't even think of that when I picked that up. I mean, all according to plan. Naturally. Well, I'm glad I kept you here. Put you in here. Wait, how? Okay. Oh, I see. She's threading the needle between the two units. Oh, yeah, you guys are over here. You can stay there. Thankfully, they don't have any spells to kill my militiamen. Even though, again, the militiaman is here to die for the greater good. Just stand here and swing. Or... we do that. Bonk you. Bonk you. Sure. I'm amazed this guy hasn't, like, broken yet. His will to live is strong. Respect. Alrighty. We should absorb this city into our empire. And we'll bring you over here. We're now tier 2, so we can begin building the Aspirant Knights. These are the tier 2 shock units. They were originally tier 3, they've been brought down to tier 2. And they can evolve into a tier 4 knight, who is crazy. However, that is the only way to obtain him. You cannot build a tier 4 knight once you reach tier 4, so it's kind of important to keep him alive. In fact, Instructor would be very helpful for this. So that one character would be a pretty good grab. The way we get that character, of course, is to build the Wizard Foundation and then to build the Crypt, which I'm really not opposed to. But I kind of think it's a good idea. We do need quarries. You want me to build 3 quarries? Bruh. I can get the bathhouse going as well. These will help quite a lot as well with the construction efforts. Pyromancer is in. Call to Glory is good. Shall we get Wayfinder, though? I have a lot of scouts out and about. Although, truthfully, I think this guy was the leader of their faction. I'm really not opposed... Wow. Destroy the large monster den? Are you serious? I'm really not opposed to resurrecting them and changing them into something I want. That sounds like something Ragnaros would do. Ah, and here we are. A floating formation of stone faces addresses you. Shalbund welcomes you, brother. I am Tanuriad. We share ancient kinship, although our paths diverged aeons ago. You've heard of elder giants who turned themselves to crystals to preserve not just themselves, but also their lore. We... Oh, that wasn't him talking. We scholars of the cosmos keenly note your mobility, giant. Not out of envy, but out of utility. Like our Sheoldrai sentinels, our wisdom can guide you to erudition. The stone-faced entity's voice is monotonous, yet not without hopeful tone. We, the eternal sages, will reward your aid. Tanuriad concludes. You are eternally invited to our crystal dwelling to exchange knowledge and secrets. So, I believe this was retconned, but back at the very beginning, when the 4 elemental lords raged across Azeroth in a huge war, there was a 5th element, the element of spirit. However, that element of spirit was absent because it was all being absorbed by the slumbering titan Azeroth. Now, I believe originally Azeroth wasn't a titan, so this is like added on later, but that was kind of my thought for these guys. They were another elemental lord, but the one of spirit, so they kind of interact with all of the elements in like a peaceful manner. They're meant to hold it all together. So I'm okay, you know, being their friend for a little bit. The Eternal Sages greet you from within their crystalline library in Shelbund. Welcome, Firelord Ragnaros. The Nereid hums. We predicted your interest in helping us. Curiosity and ambition define most got here, which makes you valuable allies in our pursuit of knowledge. We chronicle and collect all there is to know of the cosmos. As we cannot leave Shelbund, you possess the power to retrieve what we cannot procure ourselves. Eternal Sages conclude. Will you lend us your aid in this quest for wisdom? Eternal Sages approach with their quest. Long have we kept the fragment of a Retributor. A Retributor, a relic from a long-lost age. Its power is chronicled in legends. Despite their monotonous voice, there is a hint of embarrassment in the words of the Eternal Sage. Alas, we cannot repair the item ourselves. We understand you control an item forge. Would you be able to reforge the Retributor? Sure. You're way over here, okay. So these guys received a bit of a buff, slash rework to their, not really rework, more of a buff, to like the armies that they produce to make them more difficult to conquer. And don't you worry, we're gonna fight someday. Just not yet, you know? So we can go ahead and bonk a few of these. That might not be bad. I realized I wasn't paying any attention to my loot, but it's fine. Okay, we should be able to just build this here. Voila. You have forged the Retributor in your item forge. Oh, there's a achievement. I didn't get that in the greater build. The Eternal Sages have sensed your success and approach you again. You have done well, Firelord. Their emissary speaks to you monotonously. We are curious about the Retributor and its potential. The Eternal Sages are eager to study the effects. So, here's how I see this panning out. We'll aid them for a little bit. We'll vibe with the element of spirit. But one day, they may ask something of us that I'm none too keen in. They may demand something that crosses the line. Or we may be on a roll and just, you know, bonk them along the way. The reason I really wanted to keep them around, though, is because the Litherite Scroll is pretty good for early progress, although boy is it expensive. And if we can get like the Litherite Prism, these artifacts are all very good. Very well and good. And it would be within Ragnaros' ambition to... Did I not move? I hope I moved. It would be within Ragnaros' ambition to kind of not only conquer his siblings, but become the best of them. So yeah. This is definitely a less recklessly violent version of Ragnaros. I think they'd be kind of boring to play, to be honest. Maybe not. What do I know? Digging with Subterranean Society is so good. I might delete this one. It's 8 mana upkeep. And spawn a new one. That's what we'll do. So if Hero offers to join, it's going to cost mana to... Thrall has declared friendship. Interesting. To be fair, we are quite similar. Sort of. In this game. I guess I just recruit a hero. I would like to I mean, maybe this would be good, because there's an infestation the other way. You know what? We will take Mira the Guide. Her name is alarmingly close to Moira, who became the Regent Queen of the Dark Iron Dwarves. But, I mean, I suppose she's still there, but she's not a Dark Iron Dwarf. She's a Bronzebeard Dwarf. But let me, take a quick look, see what we can do for this character. Alrighty. Of the 7 dwarves who aided in the summoning of Ragnaros, 2 of them were females, and 1 of them was a priestess. So we're going to go with that for this character. We might as well give you a slip away, sure. Why not? She doesn't really need it. You can take Fortune. Why not? Alright, sure. I say Priestess of the Flame. She was actually a Frost Mage in the dungeon, but that's neither here nor there. we'll just let her be a healer. The other one is a warrior, actually, with a dual-wield axe. So we'll just say that she has inherited the name of her great-great-great ancestor. Because, again, 250 years is a long time, even for a dwarf. And, yeah. We'll get working on it. She is going to need her own house. Oh, I cleared that. News to me. But, you know, she'll get this one. And we'll make the house of Cithril. The 7 dwarves themselves, I think, are a reference to the 7 dwarves who received the rings in the Lord of the Rings. But all of their names have to do with, like, hatred. Because when you fight them... Oh. When you fight them, they're all, like, the lingering spirits of the Dark Iron Dwarfs who died in the summoning of Ragnaros. Because, spoiler alert, they all died. Safe battle. Indeed it is. Ooh, the Book of Siegecraft. Fantastic. That's actually so good with the new siege system, I think. When part of a besieging army, this unit contributes plus fortification damage. Yes. Wow, that is very strong. Alright, I'll head this way. This one's still asleep. We just woke it up. We're going to have... Is there a way up here? That's the only thing this is missing. Is there really no way up? It's just so resource dense, though. It might just be okay. We'll see. I can bring this back. I mean, I need to keep filling this army. We need 3 stacks. So here's going to be the big complication of aristocracy. We, of course, want all of the units from the same city. Do I dare? I really need this. Look at this. This needs to be built before the Aspirant Night, which is actually perfectly timing. So we want all the things from this city to go to Ragnaros' army. We can even modify this symbol. House Ragnaros of Molten Core, sure thing. And we can give this the Fire Clan. Is that this one? Is now. And we can, you know, modify the symbols to make them make more sense for us. The only thing you can't change is the background color because that has to match the base flag of your culture. I suppose we can give her some militia as well. An evil presence lingers in these lands, and we will deal with it. Don't worry. Don't you worry. I think I started this thought earlier, but there is a realm trait that would have been applicable, which is the... I can't remember what it's called. I wanted to say Unexplore Earth, but that's not right. Where there's no diggy dig. Everything is revealed. Oh, as far as like the diggable earth. But that kind of nullifies part of our society trait. So I didn't want to do it. Even though it would make sense lore-wise. Is there really not a way up here? That would be super unfortunate. This should be done next turn. Fantastic. Am I going to go over here with Ragnaros? Helm of the Warrior. Absolutely, positively. Thank you. Thank you. 10% more melee damage. I'm in. I'm also going to teleport. What do you think about that? So, Thrall, is you making this a city? I think he is. Thrall has completely cornered me here. Which is very unfortunate. You know what? I'm going to start sending her this way. Can I build roads yet? Not quite. We're going to start sending Hatril this way. Cithril, excuse me. Hatril's the other one. We're going to start sending Seathrill this way. And she's going to just make the city. I do have I have 1 point of nature. How close are we to... Nice, next turn. And did we move on to the next tome? We did. So, our second tier 2 tome. What do we want for this? There are a number of choices here. I'm actually kind of into the Tome of Warding, but because we get Shield Boys, I didn't really want it. There are so many great options here. So many just okay options as well. We could go Tome of Alchemy. I thought about this for Mysterious Tonic, because we want every army to have a Bannerman, right? Is there anything else here that's great? Anti-Magic is good. Afflictor could be an okay archer unit we're not going to use. I also debated going like Zeal, but no, that doesn't make any sense. I think we're going to go Tome of Alchemy.
The perfect alchemical formula requires an equal measure of both time and fortune. Who else but the alchemist spends years of meticulous research into understanding the very essence of nature, only to find the solution through sheer happenstance? Alchemy truly is a gamble with nature, entailing the power to both create or destroy.
So you got Mysterious Tonic. This is an enchantment for our support units that will give them the Distribute Tonic to gain 2 random positive status effects and remove 1 random negative status effect. It's kind of difficult to say. So, Thrall. Going to war with someone this early is probably not a good idea. I don't particularly mind trespassing, though. I'm going to save this call. Fine, whatever. I was going to save this to pop down on her city, but her city is not here yet. It's fine. So eventually we're going to want these units to pull back to Ragnaros himself, and then we want to start pumping units out of Abbeyvale for... What is this? Thrall? Are you making an outpost next to my capital? Where are you, Thrall? I have words about this. Is that a warden already? Holy shit. A very small part of me. Hello. Thought, hey. Wait, is this really just a giant... Maybe this can be explored? I think if I step on this before it's done, it's not an action of war. It just cancels it. I think that can be diggy-digged. We're going to have fighting words here. Yeah. The AI is cheating, though. As expected. Alright, Thrall. That would declare you rival? Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna use you as free grievance farming. Oh, it is so difficult to move over this stuff. In fact, I think we go back home. Maybe we go this way. Alright, Abbeyvale is up and running. We're going to give this to you. Red. And we're going to give you a staff if we can. Because that was what you were about. Do I have a staff? No. What's under order? Key. Ah. I just realized not really a mistake, but an amusing choice that I made. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. We go with the wizard's hat, I suppose. Next best thing. Seathrall of House Seath. The city name is going to be the Shadowforge. This is the city that the Dark Iron Dwarves created after the fall of their first city. Wait, isn't it called the with an E at the end? I think so. Alright. We got the Focus Crystals, our first magical material. Plus 10% experience gain. You love to see it. I want this, and I want this. And I want this. Is that too greedy? I don't know. I have countered their declaration of friendship. You need walls. You need a lot of things. So what did you build? You built a conduit? That's cute. Not yet. Built a gold vein? Alright. It is unfortunate that the city core is on the focus crystal, but what are we gonna do? What you gonna do? I'm actually really worried about this. Like, should I go over here? Get a magma spirit going. Alrighty. What do we need? Another quarry? Many more quarries? I'm here in quarry, team. I would like more farms, but quarry it is. Get a blacksmith, get a bannerman, get a pyromancer. I want this knight to go be up here. We'll bring him along for this. This could be a low-risk battle. It is. Again, we don't care about the militia. They're here to die. Okay. It looks like Thrall's over here somewhere. I saw a city up here. There are a lot of farms. Keep looking. Keep looking. Okay, we have a way up. We'll dig first, and then we'll take a look at this. That's another spot for a city. Okay, we're good. Produce the Aspirant Knight. Seathrall has leveled up, and we want to go heal. We're going to go... I'm going to do my usual build for her. Brillantium is into War Party. Why? What did I do to you? Or not to? Oh, hey, another handcrafted region down here. Alright. And that's why I did the declaration of... Capture. Alright, I'm gonna have to kill you. We're gonna have to kill him, team. No ifs, ands, or buts about that. Thankfully, this thing moved outside of the reinforcement range here. So we are just pumping. Astral Heart on the Giant, absolutely. Give a chance to stun. Where do you think Thrall came from? Like, it has to be up here, right? What the heck? Thrall? Am I really building a city down here? It looks like this is connected. But do you see a way up? I see a wonder. Am I really backtrack? I've come so far. This is actually kind of spooky. I'm gonna backtrack. I'm gonna do it. I give up. Shadowforge can annex. What does it need? Better question. What doesn't it need? Get a Forester. This will be its way up, which is good. We're gonna get a unit of her own house. What are you again? Delver. Okay. Really? Oh. Oh. Okay. That's not ideal. Actually, that's kind of bad. I was so focused on the whole roll thing that I forgot about checking her. Wow, I'm amazed that went so well. We're gonna build a city over here, I think. This is like a great spot for a city. We'll get closer to the way up, though. Over here. Pop it down right here. It's gonna be. Is this really where it is? I don't believe it. Alright. Let's get working on some XP. We have the Aspirant Knight to kind of die. Oh, that's funny. Ugh. Alright, so the Aspirant Knight. It is a tier 2 shock unit, which is quite potent. But it has this Isolation Slayer thing. So if it attacks somebody who's standing next to somebody else, they deal 6 less damage. I really kind of messed up at the start here, but with Miss Heasithral. But we'll correct it, don't worry. I shall right my wrongs. So, you can go ahead and charge into this. We'll bop this. Shank, shank. Kaboom, kaboom. We'll sand you here. Set you on fire. Cool. Oh! My defender! My poor, poor defender. We're gonna get a fat charge. Magnifique. See if I can save it. Nice. The Thunderbow. Okay, sure. Second. Maybe... Okay, you didn't level up. Maybe I should have gone for the foraging thing. Well, well, well. Another ruler comes to threaten my empire. Just stay out of my way, and I will stay out of yours. Everyone say hello to the Earth Mother. Stonemother, Therazane. She leads the Earthen. Stonemother Therazane is the master of the elemental plane of Earth. Unlike her brothers Ragnaros and Alekir, she is perfectly content within Deepholm, the realm to which the Titans banished her. From her throne, she safeguards the World Pillar and oversees her children, the Stone Lords. Unlike her brother Neptulon, she has no interest or faith in mortals, and even with the barrier between planes weakened, has no desire to venture forth. Until her hand was forced. With the waking of her one-time Dark Master, she has taken command of the Titans' abandoned Earthend, and vowed to crush the old god's influence while protecting the World Pillar and her children from her vicious siblings. This is Therazane, the Elemental Lord of Earth, and she really hates everybody. We met her in the Cataclysm in Deepholm, and she just wants to vibe by herself. So her Earthen have the Underground Adaptations, Cold-Blooded, Defensive Tactics, and Hardy. They are the industrious culture representatives, so I made them as thick and annoying as I could, and they're looking mighty thick in the background. She has the Hermit Kingdom and Perfectionist Artisans. Fun fact, before the dwarves were the dwarves, they were the Earthen, constructs of the Titans that were later afflicted with the Curse of Flesh, which, as it suggests, was a curse that made all of the stone creations of the Titans turn to flesh and make them mortal. They have Earthkin going already. She herself is a solitary isolationist, an isolated ruler who believes in a strong defensive force. This is perfect for Therazane. She likes empires with a singular race. She likes empires without relation to the free cities. She dislikes empires with a larger domain, and she dislikes empires that start wars. Her strategy is to isolate. She is wary of treaties, and she likes to exploit and to expand. She's currently ranked number 5. Not too bad. Number 1 economy. And there is Deepholm. All right. So, I don't think she's going to bother me if I don't bother her first. The important stipulation there. Boost that out. What do we want? I really want knowledge. We'll get a Bannerman. And a Pyromancer. Again, these will have the banner of Hatedrill. It's quite good. I could go for the Wizard. Alright, let's do it. I'm very low on mana, but the sooner we get the Wizard Tower, the sooner we can benefit. We're gonna get roads. Finally. We can build roads. You know what the next step is, right? The next step is to get the exploration talent. You're doing fine. Alright. I'm just gonna let the grievances build up from Thrall here. I have no idea where he came from. I really have no clue. Good. Good. And then we'll declare on him and get massive Imperium income boons, and then we'll fight. All according to Keikaku. The Staff of Blessing. Yes, please, and thank you. Laying on of Hands. Isn't this called Lay on Hands? Anoint. Grants haste and 10 morale and 2 fortune tally. Thrall. You're going to discover that you crossed the wrong person. Let's not forget as well that if I kill Thrall with Ragnaros, he completes his duelist trait. I'm going to have to babysit these Aspirant Knights. I couldn't get them to evolve in my in the sponsored playthrough, and I felt pretty bad about it. So I'm going to give them my all now. Go here. Let's get... well, let's heal first. Big ol' heals from the team. Make sure we protect the Bannerman. I think it's pretty obvious what happens. The Aspirant Knight charged into the spears, and it was all ogre from there. So we will anoint... Oh, this is a melee action. That sucks. It sucks, but I'm still doing it. So go here. Bonk. That's actually infuriating. Wow. Ha! What? Ah. So many fumbles from Ceaseless Cacophony. I would just like to remind everyone, Ceaseless Cacophony is a 15% chance to fumble. Alright, well. Alright, sure. We have Slippery. Slippery. There's Slippery on these boys, so go and heal up. Put this in front of Cithril. Took me a moment to... I keep wanting to call her a hate troll. That was the name of the other one. The other lady who participated in... Is this melee? Oh, it is. Okay. See if you can squeeze in through the back. So one of the great things about our very heavy ranged plan is that this sort of thing won't be a problem. We won't be affected by ceaseless cacophony and whatnot. Unfortunately, we're not there yet. And we need to make sure that once we reach that point, we have plenty... Hey, you fumbled me this time. Get owned. We have plenty of frontline to protect our ranged assets. Ooh, Eagle Bow. Nice. That's probably better than the Thunderbow if I had to guess. If I had to just put some raw values on things. I'm shocked. Okay. I think we're going to be throwing away our... Let's heal them. Our militia here. Make sure the defender stays alive, but that's about it. Alright. Cool. Should be enough to kill. So, the Beetles. I remember how the beetle works. I think we'll be okay with this. Go in defense mode. Oh, that was not what I expected at all. No, not even a little bit. Bonk. I suppose we'll heal you up a little bit. This is a large target, right? Yeah. Slight misplay? Yeah, actually slight misplay, because I could have tried to set it on fire with this. Yeah. Darn. There we go. You see there? The big problem is that it's a single entity model, so even though it's weakened HP-wise, it's still dealing full damage. So you can fire first, and then we bonk you. Nice. Gotta have to remember that. Center defense, bonk. Oh, I could have moved around, I'm slippery. That's fine. Bonk. Bonk. Alright, no sacrifices. Nice. Take that, I guess. Orders required. We'll grab this. Where... I am unbelievably perplexed. Where did Thrall come from? If I built a road, could I have gotten on that? Hard to say. It's hard to say. Mysterious Tonic is in. Anti-Magic Tincture for sure. That's one of the best support abilities in the game. I also did expend all of my mana. We're going to go for the Swift one. Bolstering support. We could go for... Ooh, there's an idea, actually. There's an item. Maybe we don't... I can respec her. I didn't respec her yet. There's an item. A new item. That gives instability. Oh. Oh, hey, I'm near that. Volatile instability to... That's actually a shitload of cores. I didn't realize that. To summons. And because she's a ritualist, she... Oh, no. She can summon some stuff. This is one of the most annoying happenings. I guess it's okay, though, because the top is desolate. Well, anyway. When a great world tree has sufficiently matured, it shoots its seed off into the astral sea towards the new worlds. Fun fact, I got this event in the sponsored video for Eldritch Realms, and I had to restrain myself from making a joke about shooting seeds. But I don't anymore. World trees do not reproduce on their own worlds. Instead, they spread their seeds on distant realms. Should a world seed find a barren world, it will eventually make it fertile and inhabitable. However, a world seed finding a lush world will stir the trees and plants that were already there. Fragments of the Shattered World have crashed in every forest, causing them to spread and grow hostile towards your armies. Forests start to spread in adjacent provinces. Grasping vines are active in combat, which is the really annoying part about this. And units on forest provinces suffer from the living forest, so they lose HP per turn. Be wary of the forests, they are no longer safe. And we can declare war on Thrall. And we will. In un momento. Okay, these guys are already legendary, which is fantastic. So I'm going to pull out one of these archers. I'm going to bring in the Magma Spirit. And we're going to claim this. And then I'm going to build an outpost here. The cave is dark and eerily silent as you approach. A thin layer of silky webbing covers the entrance. When your party ventures further through the maze-like cavern, passing cocoons filled with all sorts of creatures while searching for the secrets hidden beneath the cobwebs. Before long, the webbing gets so thick that it becomes noticeably harder to move. Then, you hear something in the darkness. While you struggle to move through the sticky web, you hear the excited chitter of the cavern's many-legged inhabitants. They can sense more prey. Let's attack. I could set it on fire. Wow, that is a tier 4 unit. Flawless. After the spiders are dealt with, Ragnaros can search the cave with ease. You find several cocoons, most of them empty or with their contents decayed. Then one of your companions calls you over. This one's still breathing. You quickly free the living victim, and after a moment of respite, she's able to speak. Thank the Couture for your arrival. My name is Mira the Selfless of Shadowforge. We traveled here to investigate this so-called safe haven, and then, well, she gestures towards the cocoons. I owe you my life, Mira the Selfless says. If you need my help in the future, you need only ask. Alright, get back. I know this is a good boy thing, but get back home. Don't be so useless. I need a second farm. Hold on. What are we working with here? Major is 50, right? I believe so. Yes. So how much will this be? $25? Oh, not enough. Or too much, I should say. Don't worry. We're declaring war, like, almost right away. Oh, if only I had mana. Kill them all. Leave none alive. I don't mind losing the archer, but it is a champion archer, so I might as well see if I can make it stick around. Unfortunately, as you can tell... Ooh, this is a new map. It looks bloody good, too. As you can tell, there's going to be a lot of combat that I have to manual to keep some of this stuff alive. But, hey. It is what it is. Roll the 50. The 40. Nailed it. This is going to hurt a lot, actually. Oh, wow. Immobile. Cute. Good miss. Great miss. I really don't know how you missed, but... I made this worse, I think. And, like, our entire army is immobile. Alright. I mean... heal this and move on. And by move on, I mean move... not you. He moved me back. That was cute of him. I misclicked. Because see, I knew that they would teleport. So I didn't want to do that. But for some reason I right-clicked to cancel. And here's a classic example of why displacement, even though it sounds like a good thing, can sometimes be a terrible thing. Good talk, everybody. Got a Razorback. Oh, look at that. Sure, why not? We'll bring you with us for now. It almost immediately died. I forgot to bring you guys with me. So. Here's the plan, team. We're going to build this city. I'm going to clear this stuff out. And then we're going to go back home. And we're going to raise hell. I would love to have some quarries. We're going to have to wait on this expansion for a moment. Oath Warden Botakai Light Lunge, the Free City Torchborn, meets you with her weapon raised. A curse on this day on which you set foot on our lands, Ragnaros. The Oath Warden spits out. I hereby swear I will destroy you and your dark iron dwarves. Botakai slices the palm of her hand and lets the blood drip into the soil. The oath-bound croakers denounce all that you stand for, so-called Firelord. Well, Therazane is at peace with them? Why? This must be Thrall's territory. Okay. So the way we're going to get here is through the water, it looks like. Can I get over here? I can. Cool. Cithril? I have high expectations. Oh, I shouldn't have boosted that. Oh well. Oh well. Got a lot to do. And not a lot of time to do it. The window is small. I would love to expand you, I really would. Ragnaros is level 8. The Fury Rune. Very fast movement. Yep. Gain a stack of Strength and Fortune for 3 turns when it uses an attack ability. Yep. Yep. And it gives us, of course, Chaos Empowerment. And I can use magic attacks while engaged now. Fantastic. Mysterious Tonic is ready. This will give our Bannermen the Distribute Tonic, which, as mentioned, an incredible ability. I believe it was nerfed. It was that good. We're going to hold our... Oop, oh, wait. Give me this. Knowledge per hero killed. Rivalry declared by Thrall. We're going to declare war on him in a moment. I just kind of want my forces to be... I want him to be nowhere near me when I do so. Because, look, I've had enough of losing my throne city. Alright, Thrall. You're asking for a lot, buddy, old pal. Do I do this first? Then I start with a bonus population. I think I should build this first. So I'm going to build the palisade walls, and then we'll build the city. Get ready to clear all this out. Oh, this is Lutheran units. Interesting. I wonder what you're doing here. I wonder, but I don't really care. Look at all this stuff. Alright. I made a loose promise not to go crazy with roads on top of lava. Because, I have a tendency to just build roads everywhere. Even if it looks disgusting. Because it's efficient, you know? Orgrimmar looks like it's going to be a nice spot to settle down. Maybe I should have... Hold on. Can I cancel this? I should have Cithril come deal with this. And by deal with it, I mean, you know... What's going on here? Look, I'm already butchering it. By deal with it, I mean I should have her excavate this stuff for her renown level. It's very important for our culture to... Can I forcibly annex this? Oh, if I have an army, I can. Okay, that's cool. I've never done that before. I wouldn't mind a shrine. I have to pay full price for it, but... Alright, Thrall. So we're going to declare a justified war with... I'm going to do this next turn. Next turn. Your Chancellor gleefully hops back into your throne room. I forgot about this. Quarries! Quarries as far as I can see! The Chancellor proceeds to tell in great detail how the stone is hauled into your cities. All across your realm, in every city, your citizens talk about how safe they feel, knowing that we have the materials for defensive structures. The Chancellor claps his hands and smirks. Your cities rejoice. They build anything we want. The stone now congests your city street. How will you spend the excess? Fun fact, there was no excess. Because we just dig deeper into the earth. Digger. Dig deeper. Dig greedier. Ooh, drafts. Unfortunately, my income is dropping relatively quick, so we'll boost production. Seems like a good idea. I would love the research, but we'll take the vendor. Is Thrall... Is the reason he's being such a rude boy because he's in trouble? I hope so. What do we need? Quarry, Forester, Farm. Farm achieved. I love building farms. I didn't always, but I have learned from the error of my ways. It's also turned 22 and I'm on the cusp of a third city. That's so much better than the Blint playthrough. Told you, I've learned the error of my ways, kind of, sort of. It's 25 to annex these, so I can't quite do that. Yeah, I'm not building anything here either yet. Soon. Oh, also, I am still using all the same mods I use in the... Not the last Blint playthrough, but the Blint Saga playthroughs. I'll leave a list in the description. But the reason why I mentioned it is because a lot of the mods are... Oh, Duelist. A lot of the mods are... Especially the modded Tome mods are kind of broken right now. Like, they cause graphical errors and such, so... Just keep that in mind. You are approached by your hero, Cithrell. Her expression betrays dejection and vexation. After a deep sigh, she declares, "My whole life, I've always thought of myself as a delver, but as of late, doubts are creeping into my mind. Is this my destined path towards renown, or will plotting another course lead me to the success and satisfaction I currently lack, yet desperately crave?" Cithrell has grown frustrated with her current ambitions. Will you permit a change of heart? Yes! Dueling! Alright. It's time for war. Of course, Ragnaros being stuck over here is not ideal. I kind of want this, too. Alright, so Ragnaros, being a fire giant, can walk across lava and build the roads for everyone else to walk across it. You can stay here for a moment. Oh, team. I didn't realize what that was. Oh, that's a Dragon Slayer. What if I don't discover it? Duke Mikas Dasika of the Free City Helden greets you with some suspicion. Salutations, Firelord Ragnaros. Your reputation precedes you. Forgive us for being wary. We may not share your beliefs. We ask you to respect Helden's territory and independence. Nevertheless. So these are a tier 4 Dark Iron Dwarf. Yes, please, and thank you. We'll do it. And next turn, Thrall's going to lose his city here. This has to be just demolished, like completely dismantled, so I can annex that way. It looks like... Uh-oh. It looks like Thrall came through the water to our domain. That might be a dead scout. And because I've moved away from Delver... Gonna diggy dig these. Move here. We'll move down. Next turn. You're going to continue being hostile to me. Should I build a farm? What are we building here? Quarry wouldn't hurt. Alright, quarry. Alright, team. Let's get some mana. Some mana. I wanted to build a farmstead like right here. That's like the perfect place for it. We do have some people in the crypt. Let's just build the arcane battlements. Why not? Is that a pickup? Ooh, I think it is. Aha! Binding essence and binding fragments. We're going into here first. This might give us a unit currently beyond our capabilities, but we'll see. The Eternal Sages contact you from within their crystalline library in Shalban. Greetings, Firelord Ragnaros. Kanirad hums. It has been some time since we last communed. As you are aware, we scour the realm for knowledge. We seek to chronicle and preserve all lore held by the cosmos. We surmise you would be interested in aiding our cause. Naturally, we will reward you for your endeavors. Since we cannot leave Shelbund, we appreciate your capacity for retrieving what we cannot procure ourselves. The Eternal Sages conclude. Kindly consider aiding us. So they want me to kill a frost elemental, huh? We have long kept records of a relic called the Vengeful Protector. At last, we have learned of its location in the ashlands below Orgrimmar. They say to you in a monotonous voice. I know I'm not being very monotonous, but... We wish to study the Vengeful Protector and store it within our vast crystalline libraries. However, it is defended by a snow spirit and its army. Below Orgrimmar... Wait a minute. Oh. Is there a way up over here? It doesn't look like it. But I now understand why this was so easy for them to access. They're really going to regret this. At least I hope. Huh? Get in the army. Alright. This is the Flaming Dungeon. This is a new ancient wonder that has within it a primordial prisoner. Let's see which one. Is this Therazane? It is. Amid a vast lava pool, you discover an unusually lofty flaming dungeon. A small gate offers a way inside. Your army enters the vaulted courtyard adorned with clay statues, like immovable prison guards, where you discover a primordial pyremoth flying high above you. Its inherent heat melted the Archon chain that drained its power. Invigorating flames fall from the wings of the primordial pyremoth, which graze the terracotta warrior statues, kindling life in the sculpted guards. The animated warriors of clay train their weapons upon you, obliged to protect their maker, the thrashing, primordial pyremoth. Defend yourself. So I can temporarily block draft in Shadowforge, which gives defensive... I'd rather not. 6 turns is a lot, and I'm about to go to war, so we'll just go right in. So in the upcoming battle, Cinderstorm is active. Every 2 turns, the primordial moth flaps its wings, causing one of the attacking units to become blind for 1 turn and burning for 3 turns. And in the upcoming battle, created by Primordial Flames is active. The defending clay soldiers gain fire rebirth. Alright. How does the AI do? It does it. But let's do this ourselves. So the Primordial Pyremoth is also known as Mothra. It is one of the 3 primordial units in the game, and it is ginormous. Look at this beautiful thing. It has the Pyre Scale Blast, a single magical attack at target unit, that 50 fire damage and inflicts burning, and it has the Rejuvenating Flames. It consumes all burning stacks from enemy units, and for each stack consumed, the enemy unit will sustain 20 fire damage, and friendly units in a 2-hex radius of the target heal 6 temporary hit points and gain a stack of regeneration for 3 turns. She plays perfectly well into my strategy. I am super happy that it panned out this way. The other one... the other ones, there's the Primordial Bloodbath that we saw. And then the other one is the Primordial Basilisk. He would have been really cool, but he would not have been very appropriate for us. I did bind one of the things. That's fun. Ragnaros has been blinded, but we can use our new tonic to fix that. And give him bolster defense. Do we want to throw our thing? Sure. We can try and blind Mothra. And we succeeded. We can now use our defender to tie up this unit, which is all well and good. We'll go on a little adventure here. You. And I guess we're going to do this. I should have done this before I moved everybody around, but this is the anti-magic tincture. This will remove their immobilization and give us additional saves protection, which is nice. Thankfully, Ragnaros blinded them. So this ranged unit, these two ranged units will be less effective. Ooh, going for that thing, okay. Big pain. So this is... That's a pretty good spell to cast. Alright, sure. Not bad at all. So these guys all have Fiery Rebirth, which means they're going to come back from the dead. We can... This is kind of all his own. We can't prevent that by standing on the tile, but... Might as well bring him back. Alright. I have... 2 more casts of this, I think. Cast it this turn for sure. Oof. I'd like to save him if I could. So this is definitely going here. Can I reach? Ah, not quite. So I can get a double kill here, which I think I will. These guys already came back, so we'll get our defender here to tie up Mothra. Although I don't know how much it's going to care. Bring in this guy. You have already acted. So we go here and tie it up. By being next to it, of course, it does less charge damage. Although, Mothra might just bonk it. There is certainly that to take into account. Alright. We'll have Ragnaros come in from the rear. In the rear with the gear. We'll cleanse you and then we'll heal you. Very unfortunate that we lost a legendary defender. The only reason to transform yet is because we are not tier 3 in the capital, so I probably should have saved that for another anti-magic tincture, but whoopsies. Game. Please die. Let's not do friendly fire, shall we? I need to get on the bird. Bonk, 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 bonk. Bonk, 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 bonk. Bonk, 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 bonk. Okay. I would love to keep chasing the bird down. I really would. To make sure we keep the heals on. Okay. Yeah, enter defense mode. The sprite can't do anything. That has been immobilized. Ragnaros has been blinded, but that's no big deal. I could... Alright, sure. I'm burning just by touching it. We'll remove this. So you stop burning to death. And that should be the end of the Pyre Moth. So we did better than the AI, but I still ended up losing a unit. What I really didn't want to lose, but hey. That's alright. Victory! Your army stands victorious over the rubble of the crumbled clay warriors and the gargantuan husk of the primordial Pyremoth. The moth fell on the Archon chain that drained life from the primordial Pyremoth for so many centuries. Unexpectedly, energy arcs from the chain back into the primordial Pyremoth, which revives once again, as do two remaining clay statues of a clay charger and a clay arbalist. The revitalized primordial Pyremoth obeys you. However, for it to leave the flaming dungeon, the structure must be destroyed. Before the flaming dungeon collapses into the pool of lava, what do you endeavor to salvage? So we get 300 production, we get 500 draft. Wow. Or I can give Fiery Rebirth to Ragnaros. Perfection. Perfection. Okay. So, things to note here. 1. Oh. I could probably sell this. Even though I'm building a road onto this, I can't actually attack this with my units. Are we okay with that? I do have Fiery Rebirth. So annoying. Whatever, it's fine. So, Ragnaros will build a road over here. No, you're supposed to build a road, buddy. There we go. And everyone can follow him. So we have 2 of the clay units. The clay units are special. How do I do this? Increase the chance that captured heroes defeated. Capturing defeated heroes to your prison. My prison's going to grow a lot. I thought I would just click on this. Is it a spell? Oh, I have to annex it. Duh. Duh. Alright, we have found Orgrimmar. And now, we wage war. Major justification. This will improve relations with the people as well. Which is funny. We shall found a city of the Dark Iron Dwarves. The Did, as they are sometimes called. And you can notice here that, do I dare do this? I guess I will. Oh, it doesn't change anything. You notice here, they're, the siege projects are different now. Most of them do not have any... Darn. Most of them do not have any siege damage because the siege defense overall has been lowered. Okay. I have to be very cautious now. Okay, that's just Therazane. I made her dwarves really tall. I really enjoy manipulating the body type of stuff. You're staying here still? Although that thing has some defense now. Alright, this is being recruited. Whispering Stones. We're whispering sweet nothings into there. Is that Imperium? Food. Anti-magic tincture is in. Good job. So this is our version of the unique spell for us. Hold the line. Friendly units in 1 hex radius for 1 turn gain defensive master, so they always end their turn in defense mode, and charge resistance. This could actually be quite powerful, so we will go ahead and take it. Ragnaros has leveled up and is going to obtain Arc Fire Burst. It makes more sense if it was just fire, but... What is lightning, if not superheated fire? Okay, our scout has been located. I have only found 2 of my 7 opponents, and I'm already at war with one of them. I'm making Ragnaros proud. Lore-accurate Ragnaros. Right? I am actually going to annex onto this, which will allow me annex this next time. I'm not spending 63 a population, or Imperium for it, though. Alright, Eastwatch. I'm going to have to come up with a name for that. I could be really boring. Oh, so the clay units. We're going to see more of these. But the way the clay units work is they're weird. They're not part of your culture. They're just little constructs, but where they shine is they have Legion. So for each other friendly unit with Legion in combat, this unit gains +1 defense, +1 resistance, +1 physical attack, or damage on attacks, stacking up to 4 times. So the idea behind these is that you have 5 of them and 1 hero, basically. That way you're maximizing Legion, and you're getting hero leader benefits. And it could be a good way for us to build up an army, that belongs to, like, a new hero, for example. Although you get them from the Tome of Dungeoneering. Which, we're not there just yet. I was a little late with this episode. Do you think I could conquer this with this army? This ragtag crew? Maybe we'll go just a little bit longer. I think we'll bring this scout over here and put her on auto-explore. Lava Runesteel is ready. We're going to plop that in Shadowforge. Do we want a Magma Spirit? No. There is a declared rivalry. What a shock. Oh. She's mad about that. To be fair, I forgot to do this. I wanted to explain the relationship between the Elemental Lords when I meet them. Of the Elemental Lords, the one Therazane hated the most was Ragnaros. And would you look at that? Well met, Firelord Ragnaros. I am Windlord Alikir. Prove your strength to me, and we may yet conquer this realm together. Alikir was the one Elemental Lord that Ragnaros got along with. Windlord Alikir ruled the elemental plane of air from his prison-turned-sanctuary Skywall, but the summoning of his brother Ragnaros had weakened the boundary separating the physical plane from the elemental. In time, he heard the maddening whispers of one of his former masters preparing for war. Empowered, he slipped his throne to the Veil and appeared on Azeroth like a flash of lightning to claim his revenge against the children of the Titans. Alikir's siblings have all regarded him as the weakest of the 4, but he shall prove to them, and his former master, that brute force alone cannot withstand the Vortex. So yeah, Alikir, we fought Alikir in Cataclysm, and he brought his sanctuary, Skywall, so literally part of his domain, was brought into the physical world in Cataclysm, thanks to Deathwing, and he heard the whispers of N'Zoth promising to free him from Skywall. Obviously, the players intervened, and that didn't go very well. But, hey, we're here now. So he leads the Stormborn, which are Lizardkin. There were Storm Dragons introduced in Cataclysms that were special, like dragon kind, that were found in his dungeon, so I thought it'd be fun to bring back the lizards. They are the Mystic School of Potential, Ancient Wise Ones, and they are silver-tongued. Alikir was the strategist for the Old Gods once he was subdued. His lizards have sharp eyes, arcane focus, and keen-sighted. Just like me, I gave them the best possible battle mage stuff because they're mystics. He himself is a strategist warlord. He likes empires that have summoned units. He likes empires that have defeated other empires. He dislikes empires that trade grievances, and he dislikes empires with stronger research. He is driven by war. He will never surrender, and he seeks to exterminate and to expand. So as I mentioned, of the 4 elemental lords, Alakir and Ragnaros had something of a truce. So we can actually befriend Alakir, at least for now, to see what's cracking. Is he... You want to know about the Horde? There you go. So the Throne of the Four Winds, that was the name of his raid, by the way, is over here. Looks like we met him at this city. Our little scout here doing the work of the Dark Gods. We'll call some militia for Hatral. It looks like Thrall has abandoned Thunderdale. Oh, maybe not. Oh, we're going to have a brawl. A brouhaha. I'm not sure if it's supposed to work this way, but the Crystal Runners, the Butt Stallion, they kind of just like, they don't move. They waddle like a toy horse. It's so funny. Alrighty. So we'll do a little bit of maneuvering here to make sure everyone gets in this fight. And we shall destroy Thunderdale. There's no hero here, so if I can just break this auto... Wow! Okay. Never mind. What seems to be the problem, Mr. Sobel? There's no towers or anything. The towers make a huge difference now, because players can control them. And I would hesitate to call the AI as good as a player, but they still know their stuff. Kind of. So we finally have brought over some units from Shadowforge. That can benefit from our brave hero. What, are you not coming at me? I mean, do you see how many units got immobilized here? Holy hell. Better to find units that didn't get immobilized. Touch yourself. Okay. Well, keep waiting then. Maybe they'll come at me, maybe they won't. Alright, they're not coming at me. I'll go visit them then. If we can overload this flank, that'd be pretty good, I think. So here's our Pyromancer. She has, she's actually quite similar to the Magma Spear, except she has a full action attack. Have you in position? A full action attack that's pretty good. Am I okay? Yeah, I'm kind of chilling. And Battle Mages got buffed in the Ogre update. Their full action special attack will now be improved when they reach champion rank. I shall anoint thee as the charge master. I want to go here and tie this up. Kaboom. It's not very impressive now. That's one of the reasons I don't like Pyromancers, actually. Their special ability is not impressive by any stretch of the imagination. But you can always see improvement. Do I want to you know what? Little militiaman. I'll cleanse you. Cleanse you, buddy, old pal. Now, it's worth noting, this is Thrall. So if he felt like it... Oh, you're stuck. If he felt like it, he could cast some spells down upon us. I don't remember what I started him with. I think I gave him the Tome of Nature. The one that does blight magic and whatnot. Okay. Good flank. Sure, I'm interested in this charge. Cancels retaliation. I would love to heal the defender. Okay. We'll give you some healing. If I send in the defender to tie this up, how screwed do you think he is? It's very difficult to hit these with their wind barrier. Oh look, he also has a fire elemental thing. Bonk. You know what? What if I just do this? Give us some shield wall. See how we fare. Ugh. Looks like we're losing this militia. The Pyromancer has a nice little spot, though. Kaboom. I made a mistake. I should have saved enough mana for anti-magic tincture, but c'est la vie. I keep forgetting those except Draconic Rage. Well. 65%. Nice. That's good. It was good. I shall anoint this boy, and next turn he shall go slay in the name of our Firelords. He hasn't summoned the Ash Sabertooth yet, right? I don't think so. Let's not block our way in, shall we? 50-50, it went pretty well. Not too shabby. Throwing fire at a fire elemental, always clutch. Positioning here is a little lackluster. But hey. It is what it is. 70%. Nailed it. Cleanse your burn. Eat. Eat. Just keep hugging everybody for the war banner. Alrighty. Not too shabby. Not too shabby. Did that just bounce? Excuse me? Bonk. Alrighty. Time for everybody to say farewell. Aww. I'm stuck again. This immobilized thing is serious. Alright. Not even she can move. The enemy flees. A singular spirit made it out. And we shall raise it to the ground. A nice boost of income. Unfortunately, the core here is on forest territory. Which really sucks. Also, I have to come up with a choice. Either I either make peace with Deep Home. Or, you know, she's like right on my doorstep. I'm trying to think. How many more underground characters I had? I think I just had one more. I really don't care for reflectors. They could be fine because, you know, they'd be our only archer unit really, but it's time for our next hero. Oh yeah, here's the Selfless Lady. She's another Ritualist, though. I think we'll want a Death Knight. Fearmonger is not helpful. Yeah, it's not helpful. We could... I should probably cancel that. We could save up for Shek-Zir. What's how expensive are you? That's a lot of Imperium. I haven't decided who I want yet. We can only get one. I could just grab you. There is a character I could turn this into. Maybe we grab him and do that summoning thing. Oh, it's just 300. So expensive. Why is it so expensive? Why am I so broke? Hold on. I have a new question. I do love Scholarly Governor. Makes me happy. The Fighter. Another Spellblade. Decisions, SPIs. Ooh. Maybe this guy would actually make me build an SPI. Alright. We can go with him, I suppose. What does this count for? A research post? Yeah. So I'm gonna have to pick real quick whether I befriend her or can I counter her declaration? I mean, she's right next to me, so I could just try and bonk her. You know? A 1-2 bonk? I need to get this to tier 3. That's what I need to do. Well, build a farmstead. Ooh. This is a handcrafted region. I did turn on Fated Regions, right, team? You know the rules, right? I'm gonna have this myself so I can trigger duelists. It won't be the major ambition, but it will still be a minor ambition. Assuming I can get it going. Oh, this person wants to go in. I wish I could do the big heal on the defender, but we're working with what we got. Which is not a whole lot. At least she was smart enough to pull her other force to reinforce her. Oh, hey. We're immobilized. Where are we? This was dumb. She is a skirmisher, though. She's gonna kill this Aspirant Knight. If I do what I want to do... Oh, yeah. She's totally gonna kill it. Babe, if you were gonna go in... Anyway... Why didn't you attack with your... Knight first, just your shock unit first to stop the counterattack? That's a great question. Nice. Got her. See, sometimes the Ow! Ow. Sometimes the immobilization helps you out. What if I just double heal myself? Let's go. Shh. Okay. 45%. Alright. Oh, hey. Look at that. The immobilization helped me out. I didn't kill her. The whole reason this manually was to kill her with Seathrill. Another seed. So look. I should be standing on this city node. I should. But I'm going to heal. And hope it doesn't come back to haunt me. I've been playing for too long. I'm infected with the one Mo. Okay. I can begin repairing now. It looks like someone's coming to say hello. It's a good thing I'm returning with Ragnaros. You know what? Boom. Free the Primordial Prisoner. So we gain a mythical tier 5 unit on this location based on the adventure within the Ancient Wonder. It can only be used once. The Ancient Wonder must be annexed to a city or an outpost. Everyone say hello to Mothra. So one of the things that's crazy about these primordial characters is you may notice she was described as a mythical unit. However, she is not classified as a mythical unit, meaning she will be affected by all of our support enchantments. And because I plan on doing a battle mage build, battle mage builds also affect, for the most part, support units. So, step aside, Bannerman. We have a Giga support unit. And we reach our first Tier 2 Tome. Now, because we have Tome Unbound amplified, or Affinity Unbound, whatever, we can do whatever we want here. And there is, looking at you, something I want here. But first, let's grab the new tome. It feels mandatory, the Tome of Dungeon Depths, to build a grand dungeon underground, considering that the Dark Iron Dwarves had 1, 2, 3 dungeons. I mean, their primary one was Blackrock Depths, which I have a whole rant on Blackrock Depths. But they had the largest dungeon I've ever seen in an MMO. And this is perfect. It fits perfectly.
Rulers who build lasting empires understand the value of the underground. Let others bicker on the surface as their empires crumble under the harsh light of the sun, whilst your city sprawls across endless caverns and grottos. Build mighty dungeons and armies of clay to thwart those who dare venture underground. Let time pass above, for your legacy in the depths is eternal.
So Tome of Dungeon Depths is unique in that it offers multiple SPIs. You get one default, which it begins transforming things into the dungeon climate. But then, I believe there are 3 you can grab just in the research thing. So this is really a tome that was designed to just be able to, you can pick it up no matter what you're doing if you are an underground civilization to kind of further manipulate underground stuff. And on top of that, it gives you the Raiders of the Deep enchantment, which benefits every unit type, giving them Cave Walk, +1 defense and +1 resistance while in the underground, and while you're above ground, you deal +10% additional damage. That's what we will be grabbing. First things first. Build some arcane battlements. The city is here. And Cithril has leveled up. We can give her the Initiative Chaos. And we'll just use her bonus point here real quick to grab Foraging Training. No, we'll grab the Social Restoration, which is my favorite, into Master of Healing. Which is like Foraging Training, but specific to her. And she can also have Wallbreaker Seed. Give her my seed. Wait a minute. We'll get a hero next time. Oh, you were a Deep Guardian. Totally not spoilers. Let us see the consequences of our actions. By ending the turn, please don't send someone to go step on this. Please, AI. Don't use my own tricks against me. It looks like they have not. They are coming for me, though. Oh, I got so scared. I'm going to remember this time. Cithril is going to get the kill. For sure. For reals. I want to heal all of this. Nope, go back. Okay, so she can heal with her new Swift thing, which leaves her with 1 point, and then she can use this. Fantastic. This is, of course, a modded item from the Wondrous Item Pack mod. Fantastic mod. Also currently not broken, which adds to its greatness. A lot of the tomes just got... The biggest issue is with the modded tomes. So, you know, the ones that add new things or that modify pre-existing tomes. And the issue is that they're outdated. They're too outdated. Now we'll go ahead and anoint this. And we can have you move up and then remove your things so you can get out of the way. Put you in here. Boom. And just like that, full health knight. Full health knight. I don't remember how much mana I have. I have a little bit, but we'll wait. Cithril getting the killing blow is not going to be the easiest thing in the world, but we'll do our best. I thought there was more. Okay. Now I'm on fire. Now I'm on fucking fire! Ah, good times. We'll go ahead and heal. This is why I really like the Swift Restore. If you have a staff equipped, you can restore, you can heal somebody, and then you can attack. It's perfection. I realize that the AoE healing is also pretty good, but in my mind, nothing really beats this. Drop the tincture so we can get out of here. Are you still going to hit me? Huh. I should have slippery. Yeah, there we go. We shall cleanse you, I suppose. Oh, damage reflection. Okay. Sorry, you were tied up a little bit there. Okay. Seathrall should be able to kill this next turn. Heal your friend. His HP being that low concerns me. I really hope she just turn around and kill the Aspirant Knight. Yeah. So you're telling me it's a 50-50? 50-50. Revenge. I'll have to just print Aspirant Knights and pray that they don't die. Alright. We have scavenged the Warding Plates, which is pretty good, and the Butt Stallion. Alright. And we have a lot to figure out here, but that and so much more will be next time. So thank you all for watching. I hope that you enjoyed. Thank you to the patrons and the channel member support channel. I greatly appreciate you. If you'd like to member channel, feel free to join the description down below. And I will see you next time as Firelord Ragnaros continues his desolation of the realm.